Hi, this is your headless piano guy with another short little video about an aspect of piano playing. Today I would like to talk a little bit about the 3 ways to play the piano, to learn to play the piano. A lot of people don't know that there's different ways to learn. The traditional way, of course, and the way that 99% of students learn to play the piano is to get a book such as this, or the teacher gets a book like this. There's many brands, of course. There's Sham and Thompson and DeBerge and on and on. This happens to be a Glover book, and you start out by learning where your thumb goes on the keyboard, and you play things like down we go, down, down we go, up we go. In fact, that's kind of a dance. You start with right thumb, left thumb, right thumb, left thumb, and then up 3 notes, down 3 notes, and then up 4 notes, and up 5 notes, and so on, until eventually you can play a whole scale. After you can play that whole scale, you start moving your hands to other notes and so on. And you have to get your fingers to a point where your fingers can do what your mind tells it to do. So you have to learn to read music, and you have to get some technical facility, which you do through a series of exercises and so on, such as canon and scales and so on, and all the stuff that if you took lessons you know what I'm talking about. And that takes a number of years to get decent on the piano doing that, and you end up eventually so that you can play, I mean, if you've been a studio student, so you can play things like or Moonlight Sonata. In any kind of piece like that, classical piece. Okay, that's number one. That's the main way to learn how to play piano. And by main way, I say that's probably 95 to 99% of all people learn that way. The second way is to learn to play by ear, and a few people can really do that. There's Errol Garner and a few other people elite like that. Tons of people say they can play by ear, but when you listen to them, you realize they can't do much by ear. But some can, and that's fine. And you can even learn to play by ear to some degree. You can't get, unless you're vastly talented, like Mozart or Garner or Oscar Peterson, you can't get really good, but you can, get good enough to enjoy yourself and so on. And there are courses available on how to play piano by ear. You learn to pick out the melody, then you learn to match a chord in the left hand, and so on. Okay, and people know about that. But it's the third way that a lot of people don't know about, and that is playing with chord symbols, using chord symbols. And to do that, what you use is a lead sheet. A lead sheet comes in usually in a book of they're called fake books, and they're books with a zillion songs like that. And I'll just turn to one here. I walk the line, okay? And you need to learn how to read the melody in the right hand only, in the treble clef. Okay? And then you learn what chord symbols are. The chord symbols are those little signs over the melody notes, such as C, 7th, and rep. And so you have to learn chords. Starts out that simply, but then gradually you can and then and so on. Okay, and you can take it to the nth degree by knowing a combination of reading a melody line, and adding chords and stylistic devices to it. And there's a good course on that subject called How to Play Chord Piano that I know the guy that wrote it. I know him very well, since that would be me. And if you're interested in that style, be sure and look up that. It's chordpiano.com, by the way. The best possible way is to combine all three methods of learning how to read music, learning how to develop your ear, and learning chords and so on. And to do that, you would have to take a comprehensive course, such as my crash course that you can look into at pianolessonsbyvideo.com, pianolessonsbyvideo.com. So, thanks for being with me. Remember, there's 3 ways that you can play: by either learning to read music, by ear, or by chord symbols. Or you can combine them all together in a synthesis and get the best of all worlds. So, thanks for being with me, and tune in again for another little short video on some aspect of piano playing. So this is your headless piano teacher saying goodbye for now.